Guess who is back? That's right. JD here. We're going to be playing a little more Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Wall of Fire. That old school game from Koei from back in 1995. That makes me feel so old. I'm not 40, but that makes me feel old. That I can say I've been playing a game for 20 years. We're going to get right back into our game here, and if you remember from last time, we had just conquered the Jing area, north and south for the most part. Let's see. Yeah, so this is our territory in green. We're Liu Bei, and we've got a couple other cities here that are free next to us. We may be moving into those sooner rather than later. On a break from the game, I decided I'm probably going to move west, and I'm going to take over this area here, the Yi territory, because there's plenty of officers within here that are going to be able to help me out in the long run. And I'm making a pretty good estimation that once we get that territory, conquering the game is going to come pretty quickly. So we'll move west, we'll conquer this area, and then we'll move north and get the capital districts here. So we'll make a dent into Cao Cao's army. We'll move north from Jiangyang to get there. We'll defend against Sun Xuan for as long as we possibly can. We'll just continue to build up our forces down here south in Changsha, and then we'll just move. We'll move right across. We'll take this entire area, and then once we've got the south here and all of the west, then we've just got the central and north plains of China to take over, which is going to be this area here. And that should come pretty quickly once we get those other areas. But we've got to start drafting, and we've got to make a concerned effort to make that happen. And we've got enough gold and grain now that we can probably start making that happen real soon here. And I think we're still in the middle of training. I think I've pretty much done everything I can. I'm not going to buy any grain. I don't think I've got anybody that can do anything here right now. I'm just going to cycle through my cities. No generals available pretty much anywhere. Yeah, and those are delegated except for Changsha here. We've already made our visit. No officers available. Yeah, there's not a whole lot. We're going to end our turn. We're going to start fresh and see where we're at. Oh yeah, we sent the tribe to attack Chenglu at Hanchong. And we got another item. The medical book of Huotua. Great. So let's take a look at some of the items that our ruler has, because he's picked up a couple now. Remember, one was a fake horse. So we've got the Supreme Book of Magic, which gives me a +2 and gives me the weather spell. And the Medical Book of Huotua, which restores health. So if we have somebody in our city that's sick, they're going to restore their health a little bit quicker. And he's got the Sword of Fate. But he's not really a dueler. I can probably give that weapon up to somebody else, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Alright, and I think we're still in the middle of training. Yep. I think I set them for 5 months. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to draft 50 more troops. We'll let them train cycle for a little while. Is there anywhere I can search? And there's no searching going on, and I don't believe I'll be able to spy anywhere either. Let's see. Dong Yun. Okay, we can probably... We'll let him spy up here for a few months, because there's really nothing else going on. And I don't necessarily need to spy in my home territories. And then that was a good pickup, me getting Teng Chi there at the top. His charm is at 93, so he's definitely going to be helpful for this type of thing here. And let me see how those foreign tribes, let's see what they did. Yeah, so if you remember, before we started this, he had 359 troops. He's got 189 now, which is a little bit more on par with the guys that are around him. Let's see. So 146. Ma Tang definitely is going to have quite a few in this city, I'm sure. 217. Yep. And Cao Cao is going to be building up his force pretty good here at Chang'an. Yep. So that's pretty good. We'll keep him in line. That way he can't overpower the guys in that area. So by the time we move in, everything's going to be fine. see if I can visit with anybody. Hutua, great. We're gonna let Mi Feng. And he's telling me about Cao Cao's horse. So we've got our super officer left in this city. We'll let him do something here, probably foreign tribe related. Let's take a look at Sun Xuan and see what he's got going on here. Okay, so he's beat up pretty badly still, which is good. We didn't want him doing too much. Yep, that's fine. And I'm allied with him, so I'm not gonna mess with him. Although I'll have him give some more grain to the folk. So let's do 200 for one, and last time I tried to give them 800, it didn't work, so let's just give them an even 1,000. That should get me all the way to 80. Yep. Nothing to do here, no officers available. I don't think anybody's going to be available to do anything here either. That's fine, we've just got them building the city. We can probably draft, yep, so last time we drafted 10, and the spirit was at 87, and now it's at 91. So we should be able to get this to... Who do I want to have do this? I'll let Kai He do it. And yep, we'll let him do this. Give some grain. That's going to leave me a couple officers left in the city. Han Song is one, and let's see if we can give a gift to somebody. Who do we want to be nice to right now? You know what? Just to have him do something and gain some experience, we're gonna let him send 4 horses. And he's like, he's got confidence. He knows he can get the job done. Oh, so he's actually turning me down. So I tried to give him 4 horses, and he basically said, piss off. That's alright. He's the northeastern tribe, and in a few years he'll be gone out of the playing field, so it won't make much of a difference. And I don't think there's anything we can do here. We're going to move Guan Ping back with his daddy-o. Now we got 4 officers down here that really can't do anything. I mean, I'll let them spy just to gain some experience, but you know, I'll be getting information on my own cities, which it doesn't really do anything. But just to have them doing something and gaining some experience, I'll do that. And yeah, we can't do anything in those cities. And so this is pretty much going to be the rest of our year. We're going to be... Oh, and I got a fake hereditary seal. Interesting. So he found somebody that didn't want to serve under me. Now that fake hereditary seal, now I can't give that to any of my officers, but what it has done is it's given me 100 lead and 100 charm. But it is a fake item. If it were a real item, it would actually show a bonus to lead and charm. Just like the Sword of Fate, you see it's got a +2 to power, so it would actually show you that it's giving a bonus. So it's fake. If we get a visitor in our city, he's going to tell me that it's fake. And our draft level's pretty high. 93, 80, 78. So we're going to draft again. Like I said, we really want to get moving on this if we're going to take some of these guys out here pretty soon. And that's the name of the game. We want to move pretty quickly on this. We don't want to be sitting around not doing anything. I think somebody just came back. Okay, so Chao Lei just came back from searching, which is alright, that's fine. We can send somebody from another city. Ma Diao. Okay, Ma Diao, he would give a bonus to our guilds. Pu Jing. Let's let Guan Ping visit with him. Okay, he's telling me about Zhao Ho Yuan's spear again. We're going to actually send a couple guys out to search here. So, Michu, we're going to send him up there. And Jian Yong, we're going to send out west again. Not that I don't think he's going to find anybody now. We're kind of at a point where not a whole lot of new officers are going to be showing up. most of them are out and about as of now. Yep, we're just going to keep doing this because we're going to get them to 100 in spirit pretty quickly. Now we're going to be losing grain here, so we may want to... No, we're gonna end with 300 troops here. I think we're getting pretty good here. You know, and there's an officer that I should have found already, but he's not out and about, and it's kind of irritating me. He's another really good general, on par with Zhao Hoyan or Zhao Hodun and Guan Yu. He's one of our better ones. He's not shown up. He's usually in this city, Changsha, and he's usually there by 202, 203, so he's about a year behind. That's alright. Okay, so they've run out of some gold. They're done training in a couple areas. We're going to let them train again. We'll let him finish up. And again, I'm picking guys that can't really do anything else. Chao Yun, he can do quite a bit, this guy here, but he's so good when it comes to lead and power, we don't want him really doing anything else. We're going to let them train for 1 month, because then it'll be July, and that's that. So let's see if we can... I don't think there's anywhere else to search right now. Nope, no searching, and there's not going to be anywhere to spy, I don't believe, but let's see. Yep, nowhere to spy, so there's not much that they can do, so we're just going to quickly get through our turns here. Yeah, basically we're just checking to see if there's some visitors in the area. Let's see, we're going to pick Kai He. We'll let him draft, so that gives us an even 300. We're going to pick our 10 best. Well, I've got an extra guy in here somewhere, so I can't even get Liao Hua to train, but that's fine. He's actually the worst in this group, even though his profile pick is pretty ridiculously awesome. We're going to let them train for 1 month, and we're actually going to let Liao Hua give grain. Now let's see how grain is doing in this city. Oh, we're still good there. We're good there. We're going to be in the positive, so that's a bonus. Let's see where we're going now. We've got somebody free here. Let's see. Gongchi. You know what? We'll just try to pick him up anyway, because we always kind of need those guys who are not really good at anything particularly, but they're not bad at anything. They're just kind of run-of-the-mill guys that we're going to throw. Okay, so he accepted the offer. Excellent. We're going to have to reward him. In fact, let's go back through our other cities, because I don't think I rewarded some guys. Now, we want to get their loyalty up to 100. We just want everybody to be at 100, right? There's no reason not to get them up there. I think these guys are good. All these guys are good. Ooh. Yep. A few here in this city need to get raised up. You know what? We're just gonna keep on par. We don't want to spend too much gold on this, but Kai He, he's so low in terms of loyalty. Let's just go ahead and give him 100. So that moved him up 6 points. And I can't do anything in that city. Who's this hanging out? I think that's still Lu Jian. Yep. I wish he would just come work for me. You know, he's another one of those guys, just like Gongji. He's not great. He's not bad. He's just kind of hanging out there. Ooh, and a city. We had somebody who say they didn't have enough gold. Okay, let's see who that is. Okay, I must have forgotten to give these guys a little bit more grain, or gold. So let's go ahead. That's why they've got so much more gold than everybody else. So let's go ahead and give them all 800, because it is June and we need to get through the end of the year. This should be fine. 800 should be good. We'll let them run with that. And let's play into July. And we've got the crops in Lingling are being destroyed. But that's actually not, that's really not an issue. So we got all of our guys coming back here from spying and searching. And Ling Ling is this town right here, but we're not really going to be doing much with it, so it's kind of not really a big deal. But we did get grain, so let's go ahead and we're going to draft another 50 in this city. And we're going to train, and we're going to take all of our guys again. All of our guys that we know that are good at training. And in fact, since I've got so many guys, I'm going to throw our advisor in there because he's got good lead and power. We're going to let them train for another 5 months. And we're going to give some grain to the folks. And we're gonna spy, but we're gonna pick these guys out here to spy because that's all they can do, and I'm not in this city a whole lot, so let's just let these guys spy to their heart's content. And I think some guys came back from searching, so we'll see what's up with that. I know there's a couple guys in here. Yiji for sure. I think he was spying central area. Yep. Yep, we'll send him right back out. And Yinmo, we'll send these other guys right back out. Let me see something here. We're gonna send Mao Jai because Dong Yun has got better charm, and we may need him because he'll perform better when giving grain to the folk for that popular support. Let's see if we can get anybody to spy from here. Yep, we can get Chao Lei. We'll send him up here to spy. And we already hit that city. We're gonna draft. See, we got that from 83 to 100 in 5 months, 6 months, something like that. So that's really good. And we're just going to go ahead. See, we can't draft that many troops from here anymore, so we can only draft 49. We can't do 50 at a time like we could in this city. But the population here is 685,000. So this population is 245,000. So they got 3 times as many people. So what we're just going to do is we're going to draft. Let's find somebody who can draft. We'll pick Han Song. And we're just going to draft. We're going to continue to draft 10 at a time. We're going to put all of our best guys on it to train. Yep, that's fine. And we'll let them train for 5 months. And every month we're going to just continue to draft. And we're going to let Kuai Yu, we'll let him spy Cao Cao's area for 6 months. See how we're getting into a routine where we're going to be doing the same thing over and over again for a couple months. Actually, we may do this for quite a little bit of time. I'm debating on whether or not I want to just start moving at the beginning of the year, or whether or not I want to give it another year and really build up my forces. So I'm not sure on that, which way I want to go just yet. I don't think there's any other areas to spy. Nope, or search. So we're all searched out. But there are some areas. We got 3 more guys, and I think there's 3 areas we can spy. Yep, we'll just let them spy for 6 months each. And now with us spying everywhere, there's not a city that we won't be able to find out the data, except for maybe some of those cities way far up into the north. We'll just check that out here in a sec. I think that's all we can do. Give some rewards. Let's double check the rewards. Yeah, those guys are getting up there nice. I've already rewarded. Okay, so like I was saying, we might not be able to see all the information from this city up here. Nope, like I said, we can't. We can't see the soldiers. Let's see how far into that. Okay, so it's just that last city. Now, if we sent somebody with politics over 90 up there, we'd be able to find it. And you know, now's about as good a time as ever to we're just going to look through every city here real quick and just see what everyone's doing. Man, this guy Wang Lang, the governor here, I bet you anything he will rebel. At some point he will rebel. I've seen him rebel against Sichuan before, so we'll see. And if he does that, I may end up just attacking him. Just because he's being a jerk to our ally. Okay, let's just go ahead. We're gonna go through these cities and just see what everyone's got going on. See, and this is what I don't understand about the computer. There is somebody must have died in this city of Wu, and they've got 6,000 gold and 3,300 grain, 67 soldiers, and they haven't moved back into it. And it's not like they've got 20 officers here. Like, why have they not moved back in? Sometimes I don't understand how the computer can not do this right. And we're playing on advanced too, guys. Like, the computer should be crushing it on advanced. Like, we should be worried every single time we play this, but or maybe it's just that I've gotten pretty good. I mean, I don't want to blow my own stats up that much, you know what I mean? So we may have some trouble here in well, he's got 5 advisors. Goodness. Oh, 4 of them. Ah, Sima-yi. Yep, he's a big player in this. He's one of those super officers as well too. Another super officer is Zhou Yu here. Yeah, he's pretty good. He was part of the battle at Red Cliffs. There's actually a pretty good Romance of the Three Kingdoms movie called Red Cliff, which it's a 2-part movie that deals with the Battle of Red Cliff, and it's pretty good. I mean, obviously it's subtitled. I don't know if you'd want to sit through some subtitles. Chang Lu, he's starting to build his forces up. So if we move out west, see, he hasn't really done anything. He's been sitting in this area forever, you know, not getting attacked, nothing, and he doesn't really have that many soldiers. That's kind of unbelievable. If I were to have played him, these 4 cities right here, I would already have moved out to some other cities. I may have already had this entire western front taken, but he just hasn't done anything. And he's got 17, 18, 20, 21 officers within 4 cities, and he can't figure out how to make it work. Unbelievable. So let's say we got a pretty good handle on what everyone's doing there. We're gonna save this, and we're pretty much gonna do the same thing for the next 6 months, and then come January, I'll have a pretty good idea about whether or not I'm gonna continue on for another year or just make some moves. But I'm sort of leaning towards me moving west and keeping the action going. That's gonna make this game go a little bit quicker too. I'll probably can shave probably 2 years off of the game time here. Oh, and I found Way of Peace, so I've got weather and wind. Lovely. We're gonna draft again. Like I said, we're really going to kick it into high gear. Who's got the worst charm? Okay, so it's a flip of the hat between those 2 guys. Let's send Guo Yuji. We'll send him out, and then give. We're gonna have to. Yep, and he's volunteering. So thank you for volunteering. That's gonna make it a little bit easier. Keep rewarding everybody. Visitors, no. Okay, so here both shops and farms are up over 100. So we're actually going to move these guys in here, and we'll give them 1,004. That should tie them over to the end of the year. And now that's a feeder city, so we're going to start getting some really good returns. You know, we're going to get 3,800 gold, and we're going to get 7,200 grain. Well, I'm going to send some of that grain. Well, I can't send anything right now. Okay. Let's see. do I have? I'm gonna let him visit first. Oh, look at that. Another guy who's got a chance of living a long, healthy life. I like it. And we're gonna draft again. Actually, let's send somebody to search. You know what? Let's send somebody from down here because they haven't been doing anything. Let's send this guy out to search. Perfect. And then we'll go back here and we'll draft. And I'm going to move Kai He over He. Another little terrible joke. Awful. And the reason I moved him down here is because I'm going to take some of the golden grain that's sitting in this city down here, because they don't really need it right now. I'm going to move up here, and then I'll end up moving back this way. We'll just put the golden grain in here. I don't think we can spy anywhere else. Okay, so there's not much we can do. We can build, although guilds are only 67. I may want to... Guilds haven't moved, so I think I may want to... Yep, I'm going to move some people off of shops. Let farms catch up, and we'll give him 851. Nice round number. And 400 should do. Slowly but surely they'll get there. Did I reward here? Yep, I sure did. Okay, so that's that turn. Yuan Tan is making a counterattack against the guy that rebelled against him. And Sun Xuan did not join in the battle. And Gonsung Du, he's gonna... Wow. He defeated him. Interesting. Let me take a look at those cities, because I wasn't... I must not have looked hard enough. Jiang Wan, he's done building those rapid crossbows. So he defeated him with... basically with 2 guys. Interesting. Huh. Well, okay. So Jiang Wan, he's done building rapid crossbows. It took him 8 months. Let's see, because he built that when our guild level was 104. Let's see what happens if you were to do that another 100 now. So it cost 2,700 and it took 8 months. So this would cost 2,500 and take 6 months. So 2 months shorter to do this. I may have him do that. Or I may not. I'm going to draft first. And we'll get popular support all the way up. We'll get that up to 80, and then we'll probably just let him. We'll see if he'll volunteer to do it again. That would be sweet if he decided to do that. Let's see. Yep, and he's volunteering. Awesome. So, but that didn't change anything. So that's still 2,500 in 6 months. But you know what? So September. So he'll be done in. He'll be done. I'll be able to use him again in March, which is fine. No big deal. And I'm not necessarily worried about the gold. We're running about. Yeah, we're running a little low on gold and grain in this city. I say that, but then I started out the game with nothing. But that's fine, because we can always send some from the other cities. And we've been drafting a whole lot, too. We're still training. Can I search? Can anybody here search? Yep, 2 guys. We'll send Kuai Liang over here. And we'll send Jian Yang up the other way. Do some rewarding. Nobody free in that city. There's somebody free here. Let's see who that is. Please be Huang Chong. No, it's Lu Jian. And I don't even have anybody that can recruit him. because I sent all my guys out to recruit. I can't even make an attempt to do it. That's alright though. We'll move Kai He. I should have taken those horses. Because now we got 3 horses just sitting there. I can't even use them for anything. You know what? We'll have Gongji move too. Well, we'll just let him take those horses. It's not like he's doing anything else anyway, right? Okay. I think that's it. So he's come back. Some guys have come back from searching. I think we should just let them be for a month. Let them catch up to the training. We'll let Yin Mo go out and search. And we'll let Dong Yun go out there and search as well too. Take a sip of my apple juice. We're gonna get that popular support all the way up too. 800, that should do it. Yep, we're good. And good, we can send some of that grain from that northern feeder city down. And we can send, well, let's see something first here. We'll let him, yeah, we'll let him meet with him. We'll move Kai He. We'll move them both. Why not? And we'll draft here. We got a free officer in this city. Let's see. Well, let's draft and give grain with the people that we know that cannot recruit. And then let's see who this is. Liu Jian. Okay, so he must have moved. Alright, we're going to go ahead and try to grab him. Oh, and he doesn't want to come work for me. Well, phooey on him. I don't really need him anyway. It's true. Doing fine without him. No generals available. Alright. Moving on towards, and you see that we had 5,000 and 10,000, and moving some golden grain from those feeder cities put me right back over 10,000 and 18,000. So that's really why you want to be doing that. You set up those feeder cities, and then you just concentrate your power in a couple cities and kind of fend everybody else off. And we're going to save, we're at the 3-month mark between July and January. That puts us in what, October, so the 10th month. Alright, so let's draft another 50. Let's just go ahead and do it, because I think we can get them trained up to 100% by the end of the year. And we want to keep that popular support all the way up. I mean, we can let it drift if we really, really want to, but I don't like to do it. Anybody in our city? Nope, nobody in our city. Let's see. Guo Yoji, can he search? Well, that's right where he came from, so we'll pick somebody else to search there. Wang Fu, yep, we'll let Wang Fu go there. And we can't have anybody spying anywhere else, so we're kind of on autopilot, checking to see if we have any visitors in our city. Do we need to draft? We need to draft, yes. And we'll let Yeah, we'll do this, and we'll meet with, who is that, Pujing? Okay, everyone keeps telling me about Cao Cao's hereditary seal, which I don't even really care. Let's see, who is that free guy? That might be Liu Jian again. Yep. He don't want to come work for us, and we can't actually even recruit him. And our delegated cities, they're kind of just doing their own thing, which is fine. Let's see what these guys have to say. We should plot to weaken Chang Lu's forces before they get too strong. Yep, we've been doing that. And we have plenty of soldiers. Let's see, Chang Lu, let's see what he's doing. He's up over 300 again. So let's just remember to be mindful of him. Can I do anything with that? Nope, nobody. Okay. Okay, so we've got some places that have run out of gold. Let's go ahead and look and see. Brown squiggly lines. 200, that should get them through the end. And I don't know that I have enough gold here. Yeah, I do. Okay. So we should move a couple of these guys. I think I'm gonna move, I think this is what I'll do. At the beginning of the year, I will move Liu Bei and Fu Zhan down south into Changsha, and I'll let them help out those guys down south, build up Changsha, because that's going to be our southern capital. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yep, and let's let the foreign tribes invade that Han Chang again. He's in northwest. He's up to over 300 soldiers again. We don't want that. Let's let Zhu Shu do that. This should be fine. What a good idea. Yep, I'm pretty sure they'll help us too. And speaking of foreign, I believe our alliance with Sun Quan is going to be up here pretty soon. 2 months. Okay, so look, he's built up his forces a little bit there, so we may want to play that foreign game with him as well too. Yeah, I just don't even want him doing anything, because I'm not ready to move east yet. You know what I'm saying? So I'll let these tribes do my bidding for as long as I can get them to do this. And no, we'll let Deng Qi do that. We'll leave our ruler wildcard, Liu Bei. And see, now Deng Qi's asking to be able to do that. Yep, that's fine. We'll let ya. And he's saying it might be fun. And remember, he's only got one officer, one weak officer in that city, so they may be able to do some serious damage. No one's in that city. No one's in this city. Can't really do too much. So we're going to end turn, which is going to make it the beginning of the year, and we'll see where we're at. He was able to fight him off there. Yep, see, that one officer in there, kind of weak. Ooh, let's see, Liu Bei's son, Liu Feng, he's joined our army. Good. So everybody's coming back from searching and spying. And they're not even done training yet. So we'll go ahead and just let them finish this up. And there's Liu Feng. He's not that great, but he's also not too bad either. Yeah, but we got a few guys now that we can't use for training, which is all right. We'll set them up for another 5 months. Let them do that. We'll set our city up here, and then we'll send the excess gold down south. 1,304. That should get them through the end of the year. I won't have to worry about that. We'll just take an officer. We'll send another 2,500 down. like I said, we're gonna move. We are gonna move a couple guys. We're gonna put Liu Zong and Liu Gi down here. We give them. That's plenty. And we're gonna move a couple guys down south. So let's do that now. Liu Biao and Fusion. I'm going to take 2,000 gold down there and 500 grain. Now we got to choose a ruler. I'm basically going to go random because it doesn't matter. Boom. Liu Zong. Okay. Can we draft 50? We can draft 50. That's what we're going to do. We are going to draft 50. Let's pick Michu to do that. Train. We've got some of our best guys here. Okay, so I've got 3 guys that really can't do much of anything in terms of training and whatnot. I may end up moving them to Changsha and get some training going down there. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. Because they should be building that city pretty well already. We'll let them train for 5 months. Let's get Koei to start spying. And actually, hold on. We're going to get Liu Gi to spy to the east. Those are the 2 most important spots that we need to spy right now. We don't need to get information on anywhere else currently. I mean, eventually we will, don't get me wrong, but those are our immediate threats. We'll let Hansong do this. I mean, probably 800 will probably do it. Yep, it will. We're going to move... Yep, Liahua. We're not going to move any gold or grain. We don't really need to because they got plenty of that stuff down there. And we're going to move... There's a couple guys here. Let's see. Kaihe, Gongji, and Changyan. Not going to do that. I should probably send some soldiers because they're going to be starting from scratch, but we'll get to that here in a little bit. Free officer, I bet you that's still Lu Jian. Yep. That guy, he doesn't want to work for me, but he wants to hang out in my areas. We don't have that much grain down there. We can buy grain. We'll do that. Why don't we go ahead and just do that? Ooh, and I've got Jiang Long. He can help with the training. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to have this guy, and you know how I am with these round numbers. So 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 8 is 56. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 7 times 1 is 700. We're going to move that to 1200. And we're going to buy another 1,000 on top of that. So we should have 5,000 grain, or 5,000 gold, and we should have 97.95 grain. Boom. Love it. And you know what? I'm just going to draft 50 troops. We're just going to do it. Go big or go home. And once those other guys get here, they'll be able to help me train. I've got a couple guys here right now that can help me train. So we've got, ooh, Liu Biao can help too. I've actually got enough guys to make this work. Because, I mean, for what it's worth, these guys aren't doing anything else anyway. I've got every other area spied and accounted for. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it here because we're getting pretty close on our time. I may make another episode that is kind of the same thing that we just did, or I may just play out another year of the game and come back when I'm ready to go to war, which I think that's what I'm going to do. And we're going to move west. So the next episode will be me marching west, but I will have probably doubled my forces, so I'll probably have close to 700 troops here, or almost 800, and we'll have over 500 here. we'll consolidate and then we'll move west. So that'll be the next episode. The next exciting episode of RTK4 Wall of Fire.